Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vaughn's Youth Development Center. We're happy to have you guys here today. My name is Erica Ramirez.
Nice to meet you, Sabrina Ramirez. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My name is Sebastian. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sebastian.
Thank you.
So before, while we start the interview, if you guys can all just tell us a little bit about yourself, that would be great.
I'll go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and hand over my resume.
Thank you.
So a little bit about myself. I'm actually still a student right now at Cal State Dominguez Hills. I will be graduating with my bachelor's in human services in spring 2020. With that, I am planning on attending grad school immediately after graduation, so that following academic year. So through my stay here at Dominguez, I've acquired professional experience in 2 internships. And with that, I'm able to say that I have excellent relationship building, communication, and project management skills. Those skills have all basically accumulated to address important socioeconomic and political concerns, and that's my goal, basically. I also have a lot of experience in leadership as well as some grassroots support, and I have also experience in organizing public protests and marches. So with that, I just basically seek to apply all these abilities, and I want to affect key changes in under-resources and underserved areas.
Okay, great.
Okay, and my name is Patty, and this is my resume.
Thank you.
So I'm a senior at Dominguez Hills, and I'll be graduating this May in my bachelor's in human services. I've had 3 internships. One was with Meals on Wheels, and we delivered meals to the elderly or disabled, anybody who wasn't able to go get their own groceries. And as well, my last 2 internships have been with children at a middle school, White Middle School, and there I counseled and monitored them. I was able to provide counseling in academic, social, and personal domain, as well as just guide peer mediations and one-on-one counseling between students, and just work with some of the counselors that were there, either the academic counselors or the ASCA counselors.
Okay, great.
Here's my resume.
Thank you.
My name is Sebastian Haas, and I am a student at Oregon State University, Dominguez Hills. And I am graduating this May with a Human Service Bachelor's. I'm planning to try making a career with my Human Service Bachelor degree. And I had 2 internships, one at Meals on Wheels where I provided transport of food, also help opening meals for those in need. Also, my second internship, I worked at the Boys and Girls Club of Carson in King Drew. I was a college-bound case manager and also the career case manager there. I worked on case notes. I also organized the files. I communicated with the students. I also monitored them. And yeah, thank you.
Great. So I know, Sebastian, you mentioned previous experience working with children. Can you tell us what you did and what it was like?
Yeah. So what it was like, it was fun. I always have fun with the kids. They always come to me whenever they need tutoring or advice. I also had this one situation where I think in Compton, Nipsey Hussle recently just passed away. A student came to me crying, and I had to comfort her and tell her it's okay. You know, things like this do happen, and I know he was a hero of the community. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Leticia, can you go ahead and tell us what are your career goals?
Yes. So like I said, I'm still a student at Cal State Dominguez Hills, but just after graduation, I will be attending grad school. I will be looking forward to obtaining my master's degree in social work. Once I have that, I will be working with a few colleagues that I got to know here during my stay in college, and we'll be working towards just looking for some nonprofit organizations that can go ahead and fund our foundation that I'm working with back home. My ultimate goal is to be a community advocate or organizer for labor unions. So that's addressing all the things that basically field workers aren't being addressed right now. So some health concerns, basically legal actions that they need to be addressed, and just make sure that that community is taken care of.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what your work style is like?
Yeah, so working as a counselor in the middle school, and even for human services, we've always worked in groups, so that's something that I'm really used to, and I know that's probably something that I would do with your agency, so I like it. I like working by myself as well. There's instances where you have to work by yourself, so that's okay as well. I'm always able to multitask and prioritize which tasks are more important in order to get them done, so that's something that I'm good at as well. Working with children is something that I've always been very passionate about, so that's a priority for myself to always just serve their needs and be able to help them and guide them through whatever their life situation is going on at the minute. So that's always something that I'm always striving for. And yeah.
Great. So that actually concludes our interview portion. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I got one. What are you looking for an entry-level professional?
Yes, so Sebastian, for entry level, we are looking for someone who is a team player and can work well with others, as well as someone who obtains a bachelor's degree in the helping profession.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I had a question as well. How long have you actually been working at your agency, and do you actually like it?
Yeah, so I've been working at this agency for a little bit over a year, and I actually love it. My favorite part about being working here is being able to provide the services for children and just help them develop as in the classroom, socially, and academically.
I just have one more question. So what services does this agency provide?
Yeah, so this agency provides child development services for children from birth to 12 years old, and it's for children with exceptional needs.
Some other, we also provide an educational competent that is developmentally, culturally, and linguistically appropriate for the children served.
What we also do is we provide meals and snacks to the children, parent education, referrals to health and social services for families, and staff development opportunities, so there is always room for growth within our company.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello. Well, welcome to Fonz Youth Development Center. I'm really excited to have you here. We're all really excited to have you here. Pleased to meet you guys. My name is Sebastian.
Hi, Erica Ramirez.
Sabrina Ramirez.
Leticia, nice to meet you.
Erica.
Sabrina.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Patty.
Erica.
Sabrina, nice to meet you.
So, we want to know a little bit more about both of you guys. Can you both tell me and us a little bit about yourselves?
Of course. So right here, I just wanted to each give you a copy of my resume.
Thank you.
So a little bit about myself is that I'm currently a senior at California State University, Dominguez Hills. I am graduating with my bachelor's degree in human services this upcoming May of spring 2019. So a little bit more background about myself is that while in the human services field, I have had 2 internships. So my first internship was with Meals on Wheels in Long Beach, and what I did there was that I helped provided fresh and healthy meals to the elderly population that was not able to go out and receive meals. And my internship right now is that I'm with the City of Carson Human Services Department, and what I do there is that I intern with many different of the sections of the human services. So I'm with the Stroke Center, I'm with early childhood, therapeutic recreation, and what I do in each. So with the Stroke Center, I just work with rehabilitating stroke survivors. With therapeutic recreation is that I'm working with the special needs community and help give them different opportunities to be able to engage in everyday activities that sometimes they're not able to have access to. And with early childhood, what I do is I act as an aid to the children and provide counseling, tutoring, any of the necessary tools to help them succeed in the classroom setting.
Great. Thank you.
And here are my resumes.
Thank you.
Just a little bit about myself. I'm currently a student at Cal State Dominguez, majoring in human services. So a little bit about that. During my time there, I've been able to do 3 internships. One's at Meals on Wheels, where I was able to work with seniors, deliver their meals. My second internship was at Wake Middle School, and so was my third one. During my time there, I was able to work side by side with the counselors. I was able to work with students one-on-one, doing one-on-one counselings. I was able to do mediation between students, and I was able to co-facilitate small group counselings where we initially try to help students with self-esteem, academic, and so forth. And as of now, I will be graduating May 2019. I am going to apply for the master's program for counseling, and that's it.
Thank you. So moving on to our next question, we would like to know a little bit more about your career goals. So Sabrina, would you like to answer that question?
Of course. So what I plan to do is once I do graduate, I plan to start working in the field immediately. I plan to work in the field for about a year to be able to gain experience, gain hours working with the population that I would like, which is children. And from there, I plan to apply for my master's degree in counseling specifically. Once I do have my degree, I plan to be in school for about 2 years. Then receive my degree and begin working in an elementary school setting, working obviously with adolescents, and just being able to provide the counseling needed for them, whether it be with school or services for at home, and just working well with like the case managers on site as well as social workers to be able to provide the best experiences for the children.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Okay, Erica, this question's for you. Can you tell me about a time where you struggled and how you were able to overcome it?
Yeah, so while I was doing my internship at Wade Middle School, I had a boy who was calling one of his classmates inappropriate names. So what I did was I had a one-on-one counseling session with him. We went over how disrespectful and how his behavior was not acceptable towards his classmate or classmates overall. So seems like he agreed to not call his classmate by any other names and correct his behavior. However, it continued. Therefore, I decided to have mediation between the young girl and the young boy, where she was able to express to him how hurtful and how disrespectful he was being towards her. I think the fact that she was able to express her feelings towards him changed his mind in regards to his behavior, and he seemed to have corrected it, and he did so by also apologizing to her. And I think the whole mediation is what helped the tough situation here.
Dr. Oscar?
All right, excellent. So we work a lot in groups in this youth development center. I want to know how well do you guys work with other people and your co-workers?
Yeah, so I feel like I've always gotten along well with others. While I do have experience in the human services field, I also have experience working in a restaurant setting. And while I'm working in that restaurant setting, it takes a lot to always be making sure you're working with others, because you always want to help your coworkers and your colleagues, making sure that they're able to achieve whatever they need to do. It's very important for me to know that I can work well with others as well, because I'm very goal-oriented, and with that I want to make sure that all of us are able to work in a group together and be able to achieve that certain goal that we do need or accomplish as a group together.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, Erica, how do you get along with co-workers and people you work with?
I think I tend to work well with others. I am a patient listener, a clear communicator, which is initially part of being part of the human services profession. My ability to listen and empathize makes others feel appreciated. Therefore, if there's an issue, I then can work with them to come up with solutions to the problem. I really believe my people skills are the reason I can work well with others.
All right, perfect.
Is there any questions that you guys have for us while we wrap up this interview?
Yeah, of course. What kind of services does your agency offer?
Okay, sorry, good question. Our agency actually provides services, so from children literally from birth all the way to 12 years of age, and older children with exceptional needs. Within that, we supply developmentally, culturally, and linguistic appropriate services for the children that are being served. We also serve some meals, snacks to children, parent education, We have some referrals to health and social services for families, and some opportunities in staff development for our employees.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
And my question to you, how soon can I expect to hear from you?
So you can expect to hear from us in about 2 weeks, and after you hear from us, you'll start an onboarding process, which includes a TB test, it includes fingerprinting, and it includes a background check.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.